Hello, welcome to my psychic tarot reading on the singer Brandy. Thank you for listening and watching. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, comment, and share with your friends and family. Keep in touch with me on my social media, Lamarr Townsend Tarot on Instagram and Facebook. And if you want your own personal, private, confidential psychic tarot reading from me or an astrology birth chart reading from me, because I do astrology birth charts as well, then definitely check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. Interesting. Wonder what that means. All right. Could Brandy be going through some sort of transformation, an ending of her past self, and a new beginning of a new self with the Death card coming out? Let's see. All right. Either way, make sure if you want your own personal reading from me, check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. Purchase your reading directly from my website. I'll get back to you within 24 hours. We'll get your reading done that same day or within 1 to 3 days or sooner. All right. You can also call me or text me at 703-791-9162 on Eastern Standard Time. So Brandy. Brandy's been in a lot of drama in the public eye lately, although she's been pretty quiet. It's mainly other people bringing her name up, specifically about her attitude. It seems like she's been beefing with a lot of people lately. I remember a while ago she canceled a concert because I think she was beefing with the people behind the scenes. And it's just like, what's going on with Brandy? Like, why the attitude? Like, what has changed with Brandy? I used to be such a Brandy, like, huge Brandy fan, but I have to lie, like, I haven't been the biggest fan lately. So I just want to know what's going on with Brandy. What's going on with Brandy? Why the attitude? Father God. What's going on with Brandy? Why the attitude? Why does she have such an attitude? It seems, Father God. I get the two coins in the past position, so this can be money issues. It could also be Brandy being imbalanced in some way. I'm wondering if she takes medication or something like that. I get the Page of Pentacles in the present position with the Three of Cups here in the future position. I feel like Brandy definitely wants to get back into the game. She definitely wants to get back into the music industry. Um, I feel like she definitely wants to get back into the music industry, but the thing is, she doesn't really know how. I'm not sure she's surrounded by the right people that can necessarily like help her make the like a really big comeback. Like I feel like she wants to break back in. She wants to break back into how she used to be because Brandy used to be really huge. Like like one of the hugest stars in the world. Like probably the equivalent to Beyonce for a short period of time. But or early Beyonce, I guess. But and maybe I'll get some hate for that, but I don't really care. But she wants to get back to that level of being adored, of being praised. And I don't know if Brandy's having money issues, if the royalties are starting to somehow dry up from certain songs. I feel like there may be changes going on behind the scenes with labels and things like that, and the way money is being situated is being allocated, and possibly she may be getting less and less money from royalties. I feel so. I do feel like part of it is due to financial, maybe woes or something like that. I'm not really sure. Uh, I think it might be financial woes. I think she might be having some sort of financial woes. Also, I feel like she has this thing where she feels like she's like always has to prove herself. Like she's the type of person that pays more attention to the hate than the positive. Like if she could see 1,000 positive messages, but if she sees that one negative, that's the one she's gonna focus on. And then, of course, since she focuses on that, she's going to manifest more and more of that into her reality. She's going to see more and more of those messages. So then it becomes, oh my God, I have to show and prove to these people that, I'm what these people over here, meaning her supporters, believe that I am. And it's just like she wavers between her supporters and her haters, her supporters and her haters. And it's just like she needs to stay stable and Brandy. Just being Brandy, period. So I feel like she may receive a lot of hate online. I wouldn't be received if she receives a lot of hate online. She may research herself a lot and see hate a lot online, but there's something about hate. The hate she receives online is hard for her to deal with emotionally, I feel. And I think she may be dealing with some sort of money issues. I'm not saying she's broke. I don't think Brandy's broke by any means, but I think somehow the money allocation is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. It seems as the years go on, and also the music industry is changing. So it's becoming more so now that prominent artists of the past, legendary artists of the past, which we can debate whether or not Brandy is legendary and prominent. She is. I grew up in the '90s, so I had the privilege of seeing her. I guess what is the word for it? Her opus magnus or whatever it's called, or her like prime. I got to see her prime, when it happened, and she was like a really big artist. So but it does feel like there's something where Brandy is getting pushed to the background. She feels like she's getting pushed to the background, and she feels like she's forgotten. She feels like she's forgotten. She's being or been forgotten. And it's almost like a reintroduction of Brandy. Like she's getting reintroduced, and as I said that, I pull the death card here once again. It's almost like she's getting reintroduced to herself, and in getting reintroduced to herself, she's reintroducing herself to the public, to the world, to her fans. Now, whether or not this new self is someone that people like, that remains to be seen. And the thing with Brandy is that her new self is always evolving and emerging. So her current self or her new self may be one way today, but tomorrow she may be on a whole different wave, whole different vibe. It's just like she can be hard to keep up with sometimes. I do see the possibility of her traveling overseas. It does feel like maybe overseas is bit less dramatic, or there's something about overseas being like a better fit for her at this time in the direction she's going in. So I would say maybe Brandy, you might find more success overseas right now, and maybe build your fan base, build your name again overseas, and then come back to the states. Maybe I feel like maybe that's the plan you're thinking of, or you will soon think of. But it's just like I don't know. Brandy's also. It feels like certain people are closing the door on her. She may be burning certain bridges. Certain people may not be wanting to work with her, or it's like they aren't as quick to work with her maybe as they once were. So it's like she really has to show and prove herself this time around again, and it's like honestly she feels disrespected. I don't either by the industry, definitely by certain people in the industry. She just feels disrespected. But the way she's going about it and lashing out isn't the best. Let's get some further clarity. Let's see. Will Brandy make a comeback? Will Brandy make a comeback? Remember, if you want your own personal reading, check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. Is Brandy going to make a comeback? Is Brandy going to make a comeback? I get the Emperor in the past position. She definitely wants to make a comeback. And I feel like there was a man behind her success in the past, a very prominent man. Maybe it was her father. I feel like whoever this man is, he does have an ear for music. So there was definitely a man in her past that helped her to reach her height of success. But once again, I don't know if maybe Brandy and Miss got on the best terms or if Brandy has reached out to this guy in a while. I don't know why I'm getting the image of her father. I feel like it may be her father. I get the Seven of Swords here in the present position. Will she make a comeback? King of Cups. Definitely people behind the comeback. Definitely people supporting her. I get the Five of Cups. I think it may be something where, if she does release new music, a new album, it won't gain traction as quickly. Like, she's going to have to do the radio circuit. She's going to have to promote for it to gain traction. Like, it's not. I think what she may be disappointed by is realizing that she's not, and maybe this is the experiment she's trying to do, because I know she's an Aquarius, and Aquarius is always trying to experiment. It's not, unfortunately, Brandy's. I don't feel like she's at the stage now where she can just drop music based off of her name, her image alone, and people will just go buy it. I feel like she kind of has to do the radio circuit, the artist circuit, kind of thing. And I feel like part of her doesn't want to do that. Part of her feels like that's beneath her, honestly. Part of her just wants to release music and not care, but part of her does want to be back on top, like I said. And then there's people around her, I feel like, in her ear, a lot of men around her in her ear telling her, Brandy, you got this. You can be back on top if you just do this, this, and this. So she's just all over the place. Part of her wants to move away, I feel like, and live on an island. Will she make her comeback? I feel like she will release new music. I feel like she will probably release a new album. Once again, I see her going overseas. She could do actually a worldwide tour, but I see something overseas, whether she does a lot of, shows overseas first and then comes to the States, or something where she just spends a lot of time overseas somehow. I do see something overseas for her. Could be Japan, Tokyo, China, Africa, something along those lines. But this new album, I think, will she make a comeback? I think it's going to be hard work to get back to making a comeback. I think it's hard work. I think it's getting a really solid team behind you, Brandy. And I think that's what it really is. It's just getting a really solid team behind you. Part of that may also be the issue. It's not having a solid team, not having the most loyal people around you, who don't really want to be down, it seems like. Like, there's just a lot going on. And but I do see a second album after this next album that may have more funding behind it, actually. So I don't know if she gets signed to like a major label or something, but I do see like it's almost like she comes out with one album, a mixtape or something like that, and then a second album, and then the second album is maybe I feel like is gonna make more waves as opposed to the first. And I feel like maybe the first she's going more an independent route. The second, once again, could involve a major label or could involve major funding of some sort. So I feel like 2020, 2021, 2022, from 2020 to 2022 is I feel like maybe is going to be Brandy's comeback window, all right? So Brandy, I wish the best. I've seen Brandy in concert a few times, and she's amazing. I love Brandy. I can't say anything bad about her. I just wish the best for her at this point. I know a few people on her team, and they're good people. But like I said, I don't know the ins and outs of what's going on with her. So, Brandy girl, Holler at me for a reading, honey. Thank you for listening and watching. If you would like your own personal reading, check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. To purchase your reading, I'll get back to you within 24 hours. We'll get your reading done the same day, within 1 to 3 days or sooner. Either way, we'll get your reading done. Subscribe, like this video, comment, share, hit the bell next to the subscribe button. Make sure the 2 bars show up above the bell so you get notification every time I go live. Call me or text me at 703-791-9162 for your own reading. And until next time, God bless and no stress. See you in the next video, or I'll see you for your own personal reading. Either way, I will see you. Alright? Love and light.